Welcome to Does This Work? Hosted by Jared Hurft. Let's find out, does this work?
Yeah. All right. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time to Does This Work? I guess today is Tori Griffiths.
Thank you, Jared. Thanks for having me, mate.
No worries. You haven't seen the pod, but there's going to be applause here, so everyone sounds so eerily
Yeah,
quiet.
sick, awesome. Have you made music for it?
I have, yeah.
You've got backing music that you for like intro music, and then you have like different outro music and stuff like
and
that.
I've got like segment music now. It's great.
Oh, we've got segments.
Yeah, we do like rapid fire questions, and I've got like
sick.
you know,
All right, yeah, nice.
It's the show started very question and answer. So tell me about your writing process. You know,
Yeah,
and
then
now
it's loose now.
Now it's loose.
Yeah,
now it's like whatever you
Because
want.
I tried to listen because the drive here was like nearly an hour, and I tried to listen, but I was trying to tell my their car what to play.
Yeah.
And it just kept fucking up. Like it was like thinking your name was Jared Hurst, and then it was like, and then I did it 3 times. I kept saying like, "Does this work?" podcast with Jared Hurst, and then it said playing this on Audible, and then I would wait and go, and then it started playing Harry Potter. Yeah. And I was like, all right, here we go, Goblet of Fire, let's rip. You know,
that's weird because I do have Harry Potter on my Audible. It's like one of the only I've got Spanish lessons and Harry Potter on my Audible.
But it quite literally like it said playing Does This Work with Jared Hurst, and then it would be like Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix playing like, I was like, what the fuck? Because I've got them all because we've played them in the car so much. I play them in the car with the kids, like when we go to Coral Bay and driving for like 12 hours.
Oh, dude, I've done that.
We'll just play like a Harry Potter book, and the kids get absorbed in that.
How
it works
old
pretty
are the
well. 8 and 11.
Oh, cool. Good ages.
So yeah, good.
And you get the boy is the older.
No,
No,
my daughter's 11.
Yeah,
yep,
cool.
daughter's 11. So
So high school next year.
Yeah, brutal.
Yeah,
that's fucking scary.
my boy's doing high school this year. He just started this year.
Yeah, I met your boy the other night.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, dude. Yeah. He loved you. He was like, and the guy at the end who was saying this, and he was talking about Pachillo because Pachillo was calling him whippersnapper. Yeah. And he was like, but my son was like, he was the guy that was calling me whippersnapper. I was like, whippersnapper. Yeah, that was Pachillo.
Yeah, you got to learn the terms.
Yeah,
young fella.
We're driving home. Just for those of you who are wondering, Tori was just giving just blanket permission from my son to just Google all the stuff that he's heard at this offensive comedy night. Yeah. So we're driving home. We're like, you're not meant to.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, I did. I basically just said Google and anything you didn't understand, just Google it. Just get on Google and fucking look it up.
Yeah, he would refuse. The kid is very cautious. Yeah, and he doesn't like anything too adult. He likes the jokes. Yeah, he won't even talk to me about some of mine. He's like, I knew what you were saying about that, but I didn't understand it. But I knew you were referring to something.
It's so funny because we're so fucking fragile with kids nowadays.
Yeah.
People protect their kids from everything, especially like he's in high school.
Yeah, that's it.
There are kids with mobile phones with the most heinous things known to man. Like they're showing him pictures and video. Like remember in high school when I was in high school, they used to have where you'd like Bluetooth shit to each other.
Right, yeah.
You know, you used to, I don't even know if it was Bluetooth. You used to have to infrared.
Oh, right, yeah.
You used to hold 2 phones together and send shit between the 2 phones. And if they moved, it would stop. So you'd send, so someone would have like a picture of a pussy and they just like, you'd hold your phones together and have to wait. Yeah. And it'd like slowly, and then you'd be like, fuck yeah, I got it. And that was when like all the blue waffle and like all those awful like memes was like, look at this. And it was like, it's
2
like
girls, 1 cup.
Yeah. Suddenly you're like, oh, you're looking at like a prolapsed anus in maths class. Like and so that's what we're worried about our kids seeing this shit. And I'm just like, no, when I was at school because my sister's 7 years older than me, my brother's 9 years older. And like I was just exposed to way more shit as a kid. Yeah. So I'm kind of way more blasé about it. Like my missus is a bit more tight on stuff, but I'm just like,
yeah.
I saw all the shit. I watched my brother playing fucking Grand Theft Auto when I was younger. I don't know. I think it's also the way you raise them is just teach them right from wrong.
Yeah, that's it.
As well as giving them some leniency. Yeah. I think the problems with all this video game stuff and everything is just when kids are just left alone. Yeah. Like if they're just, here's an iPad, fuck off, dude. Fuck off for the day, then that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, because their curiosity is going to just keep expanding. Yeah. Even if they're uncomfortable or awkward about it, like if you have the sex talk with your kids, they get a bit weird about it. Yeah. Right. But then it starts to, as they get older and it does start to get into their mind a bit.
It's so weird when you start realizing that like they know shit now. Yeah. Like my daughter brought home a pamphlet that she'd got at school. So I think it was last year. but it was like a breakdown. It's like a sex ed pamphlet, but in like year 5, and I'm just like, this feels weird, and it's like breaking down like penis in vagina sex and like these terms, like because they use real like specific scientific terms, but I'm still like, she doesn't. Why does she know about this? Like she's a baby. It's weird, but they have to like educate them on it.
Yeah.
For like safety. Yeah, kids need to understand, and they need to understand like learning what boundaries are and what constitutes things you shouldn't be doing and shit. But it's still so weird. It's like I don't like this. Don't tell my baby this stuff.
So he knows. I remember because I was in high school. We did that. I went to a Christian school, and it was year 11 or 12. We didn't have sex ed as a regular course.
Yeah,
but we had a once-off speaker come and teach about sex ed, and one girl at 16 or 17 years old cried because she didn't know where babies came from, and she had to be consoled, like, that's where I came from, that kind of thing. But my son, that's
so funny when my boy will be like, I came from mum's vagina. Like he's just flat out like he knows. Yeah.
But that's the whole joke that I've got about how the teachers at my kid's school, my son did it around the same age.
Yeah.
A year or two ago, he had like a sex ed like lesson, a couple of lessons. And the teacher was actually, I'm just doing my material now, but the teacher was getting the kids to call out or put their hands up and call out slang terms for genitals. So because the kids are giggling about it all the time, the kids are going to be kids, whatever. So they were like, let's get it out of your system. What words do you know? And they were like, dick. And she's like saying it back to them. Yeah, dick. Yeah. So she's trying to normalize it.
Yeah.
And that's where the joke came from. But, I was like, well, that's so weird that they're saying pussy in class. That would make for a much more interesting sex ed lesson.
Oh, right? Especially if the kids got like clunge. You
got to do a speech.
Just really getting like, yeah. What about axe wound, miss? Like,
so the woman's gash.
How far would she let it go? Like that's. But it's one of those things where it's like you have those people that worry about teachers taking things like being too casual with students, but all the coolest teachers we had that we respected were the ones that were a bit more casual.
Yeah.
The ones that were kind of like, especially, I guess maybe not young, but when you get into high school and they're dealing with near-on adults, like if you treat them like kids, they're going to hate you.
Yeah.
Because they want to be adults.
Yeah, my son, but it's like such a cyclical thing, right? Being a kid, wishing you were an adult, and then becoming, 35, 40 with your own kids going, fuck, I wish I was.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like that whole where you, like, when you're a kid, you get to the stage where, like, being childish isn't cool.
Yeah.
And then now when you hang out with your mates, you're, like, the most childish you've ever been. When you're with, like, I'm in my 30s, when I catch up with my best mates, it's like we're just children.
Yeah, because you just don't care anymore. It's funny, the boys hanging around with each other.
Yeah.
I've seen them at, like, skate parks and stuff. And there's this dynamic shift because who's the alpha, who's the follower, who's the leader.
Dude, skate parks are the worst. My son just fucking loves it lately. He's just always on his scooter. He will just scoot backwards and forwards for hours at the skate park. Just constantly, he just gets in a zone. It's like meditation. You can see him. He's just in his element, looking around, listening to the other kids, but there's just grubs.
Yeah.
Like you get all the kids they've all got electric bikes now, and they're like doing electric bike burnouts at the skate park and stuff.
Like there's like 45-year-olds there skating around as well with my,
and that's fine if they're skating and everything, but you get and then honestly, what shits me the most at skate parks is when you see parents with like a 5-year-old just no helmet.
Yeah.
It's like, that's just waiting for brain damage. Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then they're like, come over here and put sun cream on. And then like, oh, it does. I saw a kid the other day when we were there, and he had like knee guards, elbow guards, and a helmet on, but it wasn't clipped.
Yeah.
Scooting around. And he was like, I was like, it's so fucking, it's like, it pissed me off. It's like taking off a condom for the last 2 pumps. Like you got so close, and
he's having it on but not unraveled.
He was like, you nearly did it. Just that last thing to secure it, because you come off, you're still losing that helmet and smashing your head.
Well, this kid, there's a group of boys around my son, and one of them, they're all sort of trying to. There's a couple of young kids, and give me your lunch money, kind of as a joke.
Yeah.
And then one kid was like, "All right, let's go," and then goes off. And then no one followed him, and I was like, "Oh, that was a gamble. Of a leadership thing to do, Let's get out of here, guys."
How did he handle it? How did he?
He just skated off, and then he kind of did that
because you can't look back. No. But you can't say like, "Let's go." Oh, what's that movie? I feel like there's a movie where someone does that. Oh, I can't remember now. We're like, come on, let's go, and then run off, and then no one comes. It reminds me of I'm thinking of that when he's streaking in Old School.
Oh yeah.
You
Come
know,
on, everybody. Yeah.
everyone was streaking, and he's running. Yeah,
Will Ferrell,
that's what I pictured. That kid just, come on, everyone, let's go. We're running.
But the coolness of which he delivered the line, undone by everyone going, "No, we're okay here."
We don't want to leave.
Yeah. Come on,
And then
guys,
did he
let's
just
go.
leave?
And then he had to commit, right? Let's go. Let's get out of here.
Oh,
he had to
wow.
commit. You can't just stop halfway and then come back. 'Cause
Yeah.
Then your power shift is now you'll never have that power back.
Yeah, when I was there the other day, there was a kid. It makes me laugh, like when the things they say to sound cool. And he was like, this is an interesting thought. He goes, let's go to Coles because IGA is so expensive. But he like said it hell cool, and
Just
I was
saying
like,
shit that mum and dad
yeah,
say.
man, like. It's like, I guess you're trying to say grown up shit, but that's strange. Like kids aren't normally thinking about like being economical with the fucking their white monster they're going to buy.
They're like, oh man, that coffee looks pretty weak. Is that a
Yeah,
single
yeah,
shot?
yeah, 100%. Like, it just made me. I was like, no, because IGA is so expensive. Yeah, good on you, dude. And he while having like a rat's tail with a plait in it and shit. Like, it's just.
And the mullets. There was one hairstyle that I never thought would come back. Would be the mullets on kids.
But no, they all want the burst fade now.
Yeah, right.
It's called a burst fade, which is where they get like the zero on the side and then it like blends into the top.
Yeah.
My boy's got one.
Oh, right.
All of his friends have it. He knew, like, he literally said, I want to go and get a burst fade. And I was like, all right, took him to the hairdresser. And when he said it, the guy was like, yep.
Yeah.
Knew straight away, just did it. My boy was fucking loving it.
Do you remember the undercut? Yeah, we used to have the undercut when I'm 41 now, so that was a big thing in the 90s.
I've never understood what because we all did that as kids, especially as boys. I think there's something about, because undercuts, we wanted them to look bad.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, you'd call them like dirty, like a dirty undercut or a filthy undercut. Like, why did we want shit to look bad?
I don't know.
It's like that was a choice. It's like, I want my haircut to look shit.
Yeah.
Is it because it's like it's not cool to try and look good?
I remember when I discovered hair gel and 12 years old.
Yeah.
But it was
straight up.
Oh, dude, straight up. And it was all just straight up. Oh, I used to slick it back when I first. But it was that 90s hair gel. There's that gluey.
Oh, yeah,
goop,
yeah.
You know?
And it would get all like, if you put too much on it, it'd get all white and crispy.
Yeah,
and like,
crispy, crunchy. Yeah, it was weird. But I had such a douchebag. I would carry. I went through like an Elvis phase for some reason.
Stop it.
So I had this comb in my pocket. I'd leave in my pocket.
With the gel.
I'd do that.
But you can't,
but I'd
because then
still
you
do
just
it.
crisp, you just get all crunchy. You look like you got bad dandruff.
But then I would have my sleeves rolled up in a perfect like.
You went through an
fold as well.
Elvis phase.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my parents loved Elvis, and I
Fucked.
someone.
You're not old enough for an Elvis phase.
Not really. No, I'm 41. It wasn't. You know.
But I think it is that shit haircut is just because it's not cool to try and look good.
Yeah.
It's like it's not cool to try.
But
So
then
you're doing the exact opposite. But they all want to do it because it's like, have you seen those videos of people? It's like a trend that people do where they'll catch up with friends and they'll all hang and they'll all try to give look at the camera in the most handsome way they can, and it's so cringe.
Yeah.
Like the way they look, when they do something to try and look good, and it's cringe. I think that's the whole haircut thing. Is it's embarrassing to try and look good, unless you look good. I think that's the weirdest thing about the internet is it's like people do like thirst traps and everything, and it's embarrassing unless you're hot.
Yeah.
Like if you're hot as fuck and everyone's like, then you get away with being gross.
Yeah.
It's strange.
But if you're gross and you're doing this stuff, it's just cringe.
Yeah, like there's a guy who like chops wood.
Oh yeah.
And he like grunts and like looks at the camera and then like slings the axe over his shoulder. And I'm like, you look like such a flog if you weren't an attractive guy that all these women with like if you were just some bloke being like, oh like it's just
was like Seth Rogen.
it's just strange. Yeah, it's just all these things that would be awkward if you weren't hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I'm glad my son doesn't really subscribe to any trends, or he doesn't care if he doesn't try and keep up with hairstyles, fashion. He puts on a hoodie and goes out in trackies.
Yeah, sick.
He'd go in PJs if he could. He's still pretty innocent like that, but he just doesn't care. And he's not the kid that's trying to be the alpha male. He's not trying to be the leader or whatever. He's just happy to just chill. Yeah. He's very much like me, and he's always cracking a joke as well.
Yeah. I cared way too much about that stuff in high school, about like doing what everyone was doing and looking a certain way. Like there was some fucking trends that went through that were awful. Like there was a stage where everyone just used shoelaces as belts.
I had that in school as well.
And that was it was like skinny jeans and shoelace belts.
Yeah.
And it
what is
looked
happening?
fucking ridiculous. And but you'd want like your underwear to sort of be showing.
Yeah.
And your underwear would have like SpongeBob on it or something. And we were all just wearing clothes from JJ's that didn't fit us. Like all the shirts were too small.
It was all funny shirts as well. Like it was all puns. I think like puns.
Yeah, it was so awful. And I look back, I'm like, none of my clothes fit me.
Yeah.
Not like.
Yeah. Did you go through an emo phase at all?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was emo, but it was like very like punk. But I listened to a lot of like hardcore and punk and stuff like that growing up. So it was that kind of thing. It's like the scene kid was the thing. It wasn't so emo, but it was like you wore like blue basketball shorts and a black t-shirt and Vans and went to gigs at HQ in Leaderville. Like that was the thing. But yeah, the shoelace belts.
Yeah, it's bizarre trends.
Why the fuck did we do that? I see photos of myself from high school. I'm like,
yeah.
God.
Me too. And then, there's some of the stuff is coming back. Like my nephew's got the same sort of silver chains that I used to wear.
Chains.
The chains are coming back.
Why are chains back?
Yeah. Who knows? I've not worn jewelry.
My son just like he found a chain at our house that he just suddenly starts wearing because everyone's got chains, but it's like this real thin, dainty chain that he thinks it looks sick. Like he puts it on and it just doesn't look right. Like he kind of looks like a gay thug. Yeah. Like you know they wear like a wife beater and a chain, but it's like really thin and their skin's great and they're like that's the look he's got. The chain doesn't make him look tough. It's just like it's so funny, but he's obsessed with it. The chain goes on.
I begged my parents for a chain, maybe when I was about 11 or 12. Silver chain with a silver electric guitar on it.
Oh, nice.
And I lost it.
A lot of kids are running the cross.
Yeah.
Non-religious kids. The cross is like, I think it's part of that whole like red pill manosphere thing is like they bring religion into it into the weirdest way possible. Like it's that whole where we follow all of God's shit that we like, but fuck immigrants.
That was the. Did you ever go to church?
No.
Yeah, because I went to church. I grew up with going to my parents' church, like an old Presbyterian choir, pews and everything. And then when I was in high school, I went to like a Pentecostal church, which is all like intense rock band. I was on the band. Is
that where a lot of the music came from for you?
No, I've been playing music since I was like 7.
But was that a lot to do with the church and everything? I don't mean the Pentecostal. I mean like all through. I'm guessing music came a lot from that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wanted to play music, and that was like an outlet. And there was very carrot dangly, like, oh, if you want to be on the music team, you come and join our church, and then serve here and here, and like and then we'll allow you to. And there was a lot of just.
Are you still religious now? What about your parents?
My dad, my mum would go sort of religiously to church. Mm-hmm. My dad was like. Would send me like gospel things, but he never really went to church. He passed away recently.
Okay. Yes, yeah. I spoke to you about that.
Yeah, and we found this YouTube page that he had. Not that he was uploading or anything, but just saving like playlists, and it was just like 200, 300 gospel songs.
Oh, so after he passed, you found because on his
YouTube
phone or
page.
something like that, he had like a YouTube.
Yeah, or we were just. I think my sister must have found it, like googling his name and stuff, and looking for stuff on him, and found all this gospel stuff. But yeah. Dude, I'm writing some stuff for a bit now about just church and music in general. First of all, I went to church from high school to after I got married. It was about 7 years I was in church. And I still get told that I have like a youth pastor vibe.
You do sort of have a youth pastor
annoying.
vibe.
I can't shake it. So anytime I make a joke about
but like a touchy one because of the mustache.
Yeah.
Like too old to still be a youth pastor?
An aging youth pastor.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're 40. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah. Friday night at the fucking hall.
I've been trying to shake this vibe for a long time and I can't. Put
your beanbag next to mine. Kind of like.
Let me lay hands on you and pray.
Yeah. That's real interesting that your dad. So that means your dad was probably a bit more into it than you thought. And does that make you feel bad a little bit that he was holding that?
No, I don't think he really like held it from anyone or kept it from anyone.
Yeah, he just did it on his own.
He was just his own thing, and he over the years he was like, "Oh, you should go back to church once in a while because it is good to go." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of over it now."
It's kind of sad that like that's the only time because I think so much of us find that in comedy is that you go to somewhere regularly with people that are of the same mind but are from different worlds.
Yeah.
Like churches are very different. You get all these different people, and so much of that is just like that looking for purpose.
Purpose, belonging, yeah.
If there was a
acceptance.
church that everyone could just go like every Sunday morning, just go and shoot the shit and fucking play ping pong and fuck about,
That'd be
like
great.
then it'd be great. Yeah. It's
So what we need is an adult play center. An adult play center, like giant play center with like a huge ball pit for parents. You know what I mean? Just stuff to do, like go karts, whatever.
we need so much more of that shit because there's so many more people now like not drinking.
Yeah,
and everything.
that's right.
Drinking culture's kind of dying off.
It's off. Yeah,
And
Especially
I was
in
thinking
comedy.
about this. Like I was talking to my wife about like movie theaters and how they're missing so much
yeah.
of possibility of like all these cool like re-releasing movies. And
Yeah,
even
that's
like
right.
I was thinking back to like when Game of Thrones was massive. Why the fuck didn't Hoyts screen those episodes?
Yeah.
Like go to an episode of Game of Thrones with
Yeah.
a full theater. Could you imagine how sick that would have been
Yeah,
to
that's
watch like the big episodes
Yeah.
with 200 people who
Yeah.
are amped and
Yeah.
like that would have been fucking sick.
So the problem they have is they're probably struggling to get people to come to movies in general.
Yeah, but
So-
but I think it's because it's not an experience anymore.
No, not
It's
really.
like we've all got big TVs.
Yeah, and everything, even if it's out at the cinemas, it's if you wait 6 weeks, not even 4 weeks, it's out on streaming or something immediately.
There's specific movies I want to watch at the cinema. Like I'm not going to the movies to watch a rom-com.
Nah.
I'm going to the movies to watch like Dune
Yeah. Yeah.
or like a movie that's big and
An
spectacular and
experience,
cool. But otherwise, I don't really give a fuck. Whereas,
I remember the last movie I watched.
imagine how much money they could make if they did like ladies' night
Yeah.
and they played fucking 10 Things I Hate About You and they
Yeah.
all got a glass of champagne when they arrived.
That dude.
Girls' night
You
at the
listen
movies.
to this Hoyts.
They would dunk or like. Could you imagine all these, and then you because we see it in comedy, all the marketing, like teachers comedy, mum
Yeah,
comedy.
that's it.
That shit markets.
Yeah.
If they did like, fucking teachers movie night, everyone gets a mojito and they play fucking Billy Madison.
Yeah. Come in your PJs and you get the seats.
That'd be
recline.
sick,
Yeah.
dude. Like I'd happily
Oh,
go
dude,
on like Adam Sandler marathon.
Yeah, going to see Billy Madison in the cinemas again, or like The Mask, or
Oh, dude.
or something.
The
along
Mummy?
Yeah, The Mummy. Yeah,
I'd go and watch The Mummy again.
I'd go and
in
see
a
The
fucking-
Matrix, the first Matrix movie. Like I remember seeing that in what was it, '97 when it came out by myself in the brand. Like this is when they had the brand new big screen cinemas. Like I can't remember. I think it was Warwick.
Yeah,
Screen
right. That
Cinema
would have been
Warwick.
sick to see in the
Oh,
movies.
dude,
like
it was
right off
amazing.
the bat.
Yeah, yeah. I was blew my mind. I remember seeing the first Spider-Man movie, Tobey Maguire, when that came out. And I was like, oh, it's like comic books come to
That
life.
movie ripped, and we got a mum and dad bought a 6-stack DVD player. Remember when like you used to get stacker DVD players? I don't know why the fuck that was ever a thing. Because you just like I don't
One
know,
at a time anyway.
It's not like, but they had the 6, and you'd open it. It was like this huge like platter of DVDs.
Yeah.
And when they bought it, it came with 6 DVDs, and one of them was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That Tobey Maguire one, and I watched the fuck out of that
me too.
movie.
How funny is it that there was a time where everyone was like, man, we can't, there's so many DVDs. We can't, there's too many DVDs and not enough DVD players.
Yeah.
Let's just cram as many DVDs because people need the DVDs. And now,
the stacker DVD player was a crazy marketing play.
yeah.
Like being like, because you can't watch more than one at once.
That's it. Even the stacker CD players where there's the clunky sound where it's like, yeah. I was just telling my son about VHS players and going down and hiring. Did you hire VHS? Or you
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And having to rewind them before you take them back. And
yeah, I was talking to someone about this on a pod recently about how you'd go and hire them out, and because it's an actual physical tape, it's being watched. So like something like what's the Sharon Stone film where she like
it'd be ruined.
Basic Instinct?
Yeah, that would.
Oh yeah, that little section.
It was
where
fucked up because when you paused them, it used to break them.
so
Yeah.
Whoever is buying it before you, renting it before you, is watching it over and over.
Love
and over
that.
Again. Yeah.
There was we had I think it was Video Easy up near me growing up, and it was like the same guy ran it, and just watched him like dilapidate as a human over the years. like his physical appearance matched Video Easy's share price.
Yeah.
Like it was just over the years, he started as like a young guy who bought it because he was enthusiastic about videos, and he just like gained weight.
Yeah.
Skin got fucked out.
Yeah.
Like you could just, and literally at the end, he just looked like a corpse.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was so sad to see this guy who used to go in there as a kid, and he was like amped.
Yeah.
Like, what are you guys interested in? And
Yeah.
talked about shit. And then in the end, it was just dead in the eyes.
Die.
Just watching his business crumble.
It used to be my idea, like my dream job. How amazing would it be to work in a video store? And you just get videos, or you just hire videos all the time. You just rent it. How easy would it be? And because there were some movies like CDs. What was it? What was it? I keep going to say 78 Records, but that was what we had here.
Yeah.
There was a movie that, oh fuck, it's on the tip. My sister would remember. About people that work in a record store. It was in the 90s or something.
Oh, I don't know.
And it was this, Elizabeth. Oh fuck, who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was my ideal job. I just wanted to work there.
Yeah. I used to hire Xbox games as well.
Oh yeah.
I'd hire at Xbox
right,
games.
you could hire games. Yeah.
That was good shit. I'd hire at Xbox games, and then I would like forget to return them, so there'd be late fees on like my parents' one.
Yeah.
So then I used my brother's like video store account, and then I forgot to return one of those, and then just like never returned it.
Yeah.
And then my brother got calls from debt collectors
Yeah.
because they used to debt collect you.
Yeah.
They'd be like, a debt
that's
collector
right.
would call you for $80 and be like, pay up.
I
Tony
remember
Hawk's.
After they shut, I think Blockbuster or Video Easy, my wife and I received a message saying like, you owe us this, you've still got the video, and we just never brought it back. And then they shut down, and then they were still trying to get it. I'm like, who did we send the money to? Yeah.
Because they've sold the debt to a debt collector.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's not even like no one actually needs the money. It's just some guys bought the debt.
Rewinding VHS tapes. I remember hearing Hamish and Andy once, listening to them, and someone rang in and said that they bought their grandmother a DVD player, and she had it for a couple of years, and he would go and he would take her DVDs and she would watch them, and then he came to pick up the DVDs, take them back one day. She's like, hold on, let me just rewind the DVD. So she's tracking back on the DVD, trying to rewind it.
That's so good.
He's like, oh, no.
At that age, though, like anything to keep them busy. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even tell her.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah,
So
you'd be like,
fair enough.
that's good. No, yeah.
Bit of dexterity in the thumbs.
Yeah,
for the
be kind, rewind.
Yeah, just crazy, that sort of shit. And now our kids just everything's on the TV.
But my kid's rediscovering stuff like because of TV. But he watched Stranger Things, and now he's got a Walkman. He bought a Walkman from the Leaderville record store.
A Walkman or a Discman?
Walkman. It's a Walkman that plays real cassette tapes, but it's also Bluetooth, so you can hook up your phone to it and play Spotify.
Nah, that feels dumb as fuck.
That's dumb. But
Bluetoothing, like taking your phone to Bluetooth to something
that's dumb. He doesn't use it for that purpose, but he's got the Guardians of the Galaxy mixtape.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's great. And now he loves all that music, so it's opened up this whole extra.
I love that movie way more because of the soundtrack.
Oh, the soundtrack is amazing.
Because I grew up with that. Like my mum's very much all that stuff.
Yeah.
Is like I grew up with that. So my kids so much now are. Yeah, like singing along to Doctor Hook and stuff like that in the house. It's unreal.
great.
So my mum's constantly, they go to her house and she's like, "That's the best."
My son,
They sing along to ABBA with me.
Yeah, my son said like when he was maybe 3, he ran around saying the N-word because I was listening to Tupac a lot.
Wow, and that's what he took from it.
And that's what he just.
That's
took
what he
one
grabbed.
word,
He was
yeah.
like,
"I'm gonna, yeah."
It is it's a recurring theme in most Tupac songs. Yeah, that's crazy. That's dangerous.
Yeah, but so when you're So when you started comedy, I haven't talked about comedy at all.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No, that's cool. It's cool. It's fine. And so how old are you now? You're 30...
33, nearly 34.
And how long have you been doing comedy for?
7 years. Yeah, because my boy's 8.
Yeah.
And I started before he was 1. So
Cool.
it must be, yeah.
And what was the catalyst? Like, how did you decide to do it?
Honestly, no idea.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of people like that? Like, I actually don't know what the thing was. I just sort of was like, oh, let's go. I want to kind of think I might want to do this.
Yeah.
I always had a feeling that I might, like when I was younger, I wanted to do, like I did a lot of drama at school and I wanted to get into acting and stuff like that. But again, it's that whole, like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
So I just didn't do it because it wasn't cool. There's so many things I just didn't do because I was like, oh,
Aussie
that's a bit lame. Like all your mates are like, oh, you're doing drama.
Yeah. It's not cool to try and...
No,
it's not cool to like.
Again, it's like, it's not cool unless you're hot.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I just decided that I wanted to do it. And I went down, I'd never even been to a comedy. I don't ever watch stuff. I'd never actually been to a comedy night. And I went to the Comedy Lounge in the city and just walked up to Brendan, the booker at the time, and was like, oh, how do I do this? Like, how do I, because I had no idea. And he goes, and he just like grabbed his phone out and went, oh, next Wednesday night.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Open mic.
Show starts at, because they used to do the big open mic on a Wednesday night there. And I was like, fuck. All right.
Now you got to come up with material.
And then I just wrote flat out for that week. Like panicked. Like absolutely panicked. and it was all garbage. Like, it was all garbage. And I went up, and you get that like leeway when you first start.
Yeah.
Your first gig, they announce you as your first gig,
Yeah.
and you kind of get a bit of leeway. And then I pushed too hard, and I can't remember what the joke was, but it was like bad,
Yeah.
offensive. And then it was just silence
Yeah.
for like a good minute and a half, and then I got off. And then I think that's the thing is like if you bomb and then you want to do it again, you're like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, and get slightly, or if you get at least a giggle or whatever, you're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, but it's such a weird when you first start. It's like navigating the scene because you meet like there's so many nutbags.
Yeah,
and you're getting advice from people who you find out are like 3 months in.
Yeah,
and it's such a weird world to land into because like I've been in sales for years and stuff like that. So I had a very narrow window of who I interacted with.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you're like, hanging out with 18-year-olds who work at Liquorland. And then like retirees.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. I've said this before. It seemed like there's just a lot of young kids and then a lot of seasoned professionals. And I didn't see a lot of like people my age when I started. I only started a few years ago. So I didn't see a lot of like, 35, 45, 40.
I don't think you have a lot of 40-year-olds starting.
No. I started, it was like midlife.
I think because a lot of people in that kind of age bracket are busy.
Yeah. In fact, I was
like it's a window that's tricky to start things when you're in your 40s because a lot of people nowadays 40s is when you've got like young kids. You've got like so people are kind of or a lot of people in their 40s have just given up.
Yeah,
they're like, nah, I'd like to do that, but
that's it. There was a guy at the Fremantle Comedy Factory last night who must have been in his 70s, and he was his first time going.
Mad cunt.
I didn't stay to watch, but
neither. I never stay. I'm like at the stage now where I'm like, I'm fucking out of there.
Yeah, peace.
Unless there's someone I really want to see, it's like the second my gigs. I always feel like it's like I owe it to my family.
Yeah.
Because in the last couple of years, like my wife's gotten very good at she treats it like work, and I think you've got to do it like that so that there's not like resentment there because obviously we're going out 3 or 4 nights a week away from home. I'm leaving her at home with the kids.
Yeah.
When I first started, like my daughter would cry and get upset every time I left, so I was leaving her with like a mess. So if I'm going to treat it like work, it's like when I finish working, I go home. I'm not sort of hanging out, and it helps that I don't drink. But I'm not just hanging out for an extra hour and a half.
And on paper, it does sound like a fun night out. I want to go tell jokes for a while.
And it is fun and it's fucking weird. Fun. Like even that gig that we did with no audience on Sunday night, like it's so funny and strange, it's the thing that we get to do.
95 people the week before and then 0 the following week. So you joke about your kids a lot. I do the same thing. It's like, so when you start off and you do a bad first set or a fine first set, in that 7 years, when do you find your footing of like, this is who I want to be on stage? And it's the dad stuff, it's the husband stuff, it's all the stuff that's in your world at the moment, so you lean into it? At
what point did I figure out where my angle was?
Get comfortable with how you are on stage. I don't
really know if it was a moment. I think it was just like you gig enough that you become more and more relaxed, and then you start becoming yourself on stage. Yeah,
that's it.
Like you've just got to be comfortable. It's same as like you reach a point where all of a sudden now I find I enjoy like doing crowd work and messing around and talking to people because I can be in the moment. Yeah. Like I feel like you get from the stage at the start where I was, where I was stressing so much just about what I was gonna say that I wasn't there. Yeah. I was just like in the words. Yeah. I'd written, and I used to like write when I first started. I used to write the jokes like word for word.
Yeah, me too.
Be like, this is the way the joke's gonna be told, and then I'd get up on stage and fuck something up and get rattled, and my flow would change. Whereas now when I write jokes, I more have an idea. Yeah. Of like what the premise is, and then I'll have an idea of like 2 or 3 punchlines, and then I kind of just talk to it. Like I just get there. I know what the punchlines are. They're important, but the actual words, and then it's like once you've done the joke 5 or 10 times, then you start like tightening it naturally. You think about, I'll listen to it on the way home on like the recording or something. But definitely I feel like I just enjoy being on stage more now. I used to love it, but it was like on a knife's edge. Yeah. Well, it's funny you say that because like 5 to 10 times, right, is 5 to 10 gigs. Yeah. So it's weird to try and sharpen just not 5 minutes, but one bit and sharpen that. It takes so much. And even then 5 to 10 is like, okay, now I've got the structure. Yeah. But I've got jokes that would be like I would have told 100 times that still get changed, like a 200.
Yeah.
Like they never.
I
I don't think jokes ever stop.
No, I think
They never
constantly
stop
have to
being
change.
added. Like I've got a joke that I started doing probably 5 years ago, that I added a new tag to like a year ago that just made the joke better. It like breathed life back into it.
That's cool. I like similar to you. I've only just started having more fun, not knowing what I'm going to say. Like I've got, you know your stuff that generally works well in your head. But last night I went on and I was saying to one of the guys at the Frio Comedy Factory, I was like, I don't know, I've got nothing prepared. I don't know what I'm going to say. So I got up into the first minute or so. I was just talking to the crowd, which I generally I was like trying to avoid. I don't do, but you kind of can't avoid.
You can't fully avoid it.
Yeah, and so like the MC was sort of doing the opener sort of stuff, and seemed to be a lot of immigrants in the crowd, a lot of Irish people, African people,
Fremantle always,
yeah, right. So, but it seemed that was most of the MC's opener was just like
a lot of that
talking.
Sort of,
yeah. So I get up, I'm the first one, and I'm like the brown guy up first, and I'm like, do you guys feel like they're trying to round up all the immigrants? And that sort of did well. And there was this guy in front of me, and I was just sort of making fun of him because he looked like he wanted to kill me, and I had to call that out.
Yep.
But it's funny because normally I'll see something in the crowd, something happening, and your instinct is to gravitate towards it.
Yeah.
But because of the whole acting thing, it's same with you. Everything's written down specific to the inflection. I didn't want to deviate from that at all.
Yeah.
I'm only just having fun doing it now. The only problem is I ended on just such a bad joke last night. It was ended on it.
Love that.
As the light flashed, I did like another 45 seconds.
And you were just like, ah.
And I was like, can I do one more? And then he plays the music. I was like, fuck, all right.
Yep. Yeah. It's so weird. And that's another thing I found is that how you said you're writing to inflection. I used to have an idea of how I wanted to say things, but I didn't emphasize that anywhere.
Yeah.
Like now I'm almost care more about that.
Right.
Like when I'm on stage, because I'm kind of like, I know what I want to say. I'm thinking more about how I'm saying things. Yeah. Like, and the timing of it all and everything like that. Which I never had any idea of. There was years where I just didn't even can think about it.
Yeah.
It's just like the jokes are what matters.
Yeah. Well, all I care about now is that it doesn't look rehearsed. That it doesn't look like I've said it before. It needs to look like I'm thinking of it for the first time.
Yeah.
And I try extra hard to do that lately. Has there been any jokes about the family that the missus is sort of don't say that?
Not really. Nah. Because I don't really have any that paint her or the kids in a bad light. I think that's the thing. Like there are rude jokes about them and that involve them, but I don't really think I have any jokes that like demean them. I think that's the line.
Yeah.
I think that's like, I don't know if I'd make those jokes because they wouldn't feel right.
Yeah,
I always think that
same.
like if I was telling a joke on stage, and I've probably had jokes, and I reckon I probably told them, and then during or afterwards thought, oh, I didn't like that because it was mean to my kids, and what, like it doesn't feel, you know, like your best jokes are going to be the ones that are real. Your best jokes are going to be the ones that like actually you feel, and like whether you're frustrated or you're passionate, like the ones that come across that way. So if you're being mean about your wife and you actually like her, it doesn't work.
Also with me, I think because maybe it's the youth pastor vibe as well, but anytime I say anything negative about my family or my wife, people don't respond well.
Yeah.
But someone else could get up and do the exact same style and they'd kill.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe, I don't know, is it a person? Sometimes audiences just will go, no, that's not who you are for some reason, right?
Yeah.
Audiences, I'm a big believer in audiences sort of tell you who you are as a comedian.
Yeah.
Because whatever they respond to in a like consensus, the majority of them, like the feedback that you get, if it's all, oh, I love that, and I love that, and they give you what you're like, all right, well, I'll focus on that, and then that's why. And then now it's mostly what I talk about is just like family stuff.
Yeah. Do you record your sets? Audio record them?
I need to start doing that again, but I don't. It's such a
it's the best
pretentious thing to do, but I was like, I'd rather remember that it was shit and then work harder.
Nah.
But I'm
because
forgetting everything.
I stopped for a bit. I kind of had a bit where I was like, I don't need to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's just ego, I guess, happened. I was just like, oh, I'm doing well. I don't need to do that thing anymore. And then I just randomly recorded one of my gigs and listened to it on the way home, and I was like, oh, there's so much to get out of this.
Yeah.
Because you'll listen to a joke and you'll forget that there was like a laugh.
Yeah.
I find what I get the most out of the recording and listening back is I'll find laughs that I didn't know were there.
Yeah.
Like a laugh in a setup.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you like set up a joke and you'll
Yeah.
get a laugh and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
why are they laughing already?
Yeah.
Whereas there are times where if I didn't record it and listen back, I wouldn't say it that same way again, and
Yeah.
I've cost myself a laugh. Like there's
Yeah,
a free giggle in there that I've thrown away just because I didn't do that thing. And also, sometimes if you could have a really bad set and listen back and go, oh, actually that worked.
Yeah.
I was bombing and then that worked, so that must be good.
Yeah,
And-
that's a good point. Because I was not. I did when I started, and then I just stopped. But literally, it was because I think there was one time I thought I had bombed, and I listened to the tape back, and it was not that bad as I remembered. And I was like, oh, I'd rather remember it worse and just remember it as being bad, and then just work harder, and then remember the sets that do really well.
Yeah.
But so it's not working.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, I want to listen to the sets. Like often I'll listen to the ones where I think I'm murdered. And then you listen back and go, oh no, that bit didn't work. That was flat. Like that was, because otherwise you cram it all into this thing and you're like, oh, crush. But you listen back to it and you go, oh, actually, if that is a crush, the joke before it wasn't. Yeah. Because it wasn't at the same, like when you have a really good set, you see what the pinnacle is. So then you can kind of gauge and go, oh, those ones, they're not there. Like they're not at that level. So actually there's shit to work on. Yeah. Rather than going, that set bangs. Yeah. That's a 10 out of 10 set. I could win a competition with that set. And just like, when you're wrong.
Yeah. How do you? So I mean, I don't ever really see you not do well. What I love is if the crowd's not feeling it. I'd love that. There was one time that you just turned on this woman in the crowd at the lounge. It was so funny, dude.
Was that at the Gong Show?
It was a Gong, I think. Yeah.
But which admittedly, I try not to do that at regular gigs. I think it's a bit unfair to turn on the audience because it's always like it's our fault. Yeah. Like no matter what, even at the Gong Show, if they're not laughing, it's my fault. Yeah. Like I'm bombing. Like there's no. But at the Gong Show, it's that opposite where they want you to fail. Yeah. Every other gig, they want you to do well. The Gong Show, they want to see you burn.
They don't want to see people win the gong. They want to see people get gonged off.
So that's where I'm kind of like, and also it's my mentality at the Gong Show where when they start raising paddles, you're done anyway. So I'm gonna have fun with it and like let out some of this frustration in a funny and try to find funniness. I'm not gonna just be mean to someone, but you also like have some fun with that.
Yeah, I've always wanted to. Because I've never had a gig at the Gong where everyone just went up. But There's been like one and then another one and then a couple. But then you like, as you said, like once they start going up, you've got maybe 10 seconds before, maybe more before.
Because people see the other plates and then start.
That's it.
You just.
But I've always wanted to see, if I see one plate in the front, I always have this inkling to stop and just talk to this one and just stop the show and stop the jokes and throw the gig away and talk. What didn't you like about that? I'm really curious what you know.
But it's one of those things where it's likely that like if you're getting a plate from anyone really, you're not going to win.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's kind of like, what do you got to lose from doing that? Like it's...
dude, you were there when I had my first paid gig, way too early for me to do a paid gig, but I'd only done 4 gongs. Yeah. No, sorry. I was 3 months in. I did a month at the Mad Cow, and then I did maybe a couple months of doing gongs, like every Thursday. And I was fine enough that I wasn't really getting plates going up, but my sets were just fine, right? They were just fine. Yep. No one's rolling around in the aisles like, this guy was the best. Like, that was brilliant. It was just like, I see what he did there. That's what I get. And that's what I'm working at now, is going to that next level. Because I get through the competitions, and
I guess you got to take risks then.
That's it. I'm not taking enough risks. So now that's why I'm having more fun. And last night, I got the heart pumping again, because sometimes gigs are just like you're rushing, whatever. Yeah. And a lot of the times now, especially if it's an open mic, I'll not have that sort of adrenaline rush. It's more of a, okay, cool, let's work on this, and then work on this. I got my notes written down. But last night I didn't take a book. I didn't have any notes. Yeah. So when my name was about to be called, I was like, oh geez, fucking heart's pumping. Like I don't know what I'm going to say, and that was more exciting.
Yeah.
And so it was more of a risk thing. And obviously some things didn't work, some things
Well, it's
did.
because the whole like taking a risk. I think because it's that whole the weirdness in comedy is like a lot of people view taking a risk as saying something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or like awful or mean.
Yeah.
When it's like taking risks is just doing something that makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, acting something out in a big way.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just doing something that isn't natural and
Yeah.
taking a risk that way.
Well, I did a Sunset. I don't know if you've been to Sunset yet. Darren Dobbins.
Yeah.
Yep. So I was wrapping up. I had nothing. Again, I didn't really prepare. But ended with an impression of Homer Simpson.
Yep.
Which I'm not going to do. But it was Homer Simpson getting a blowjob from Marge.
Yep.
And I got an applause from the 12 people that were there. And I was like, oh, fantastic. I actually might use that.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, weird.
Moving forward.
Strange. Yeah. Did you, because I think everyone that he said about your first gig, your first paid gig being too soon, I think everyone's first paid gig is too soon, especially in Perth.
Yeah.
There's a like, you know, you go to other places around and you're not getting paid gigs anywhere near as soon as you are in Perth. And my first paid gig was similar. I did the Gong, my first couple of years was just like the Gong every week because it was a guaranteed gig. And they, I think they said, I can't remember who it was, said they were like, oh, if you get through this week, we'll give you a spot. Yeah. Like not win, but if you get through the thing, we'll give you a spot. And that's when they used to do a Thursday night before the Gong. They did a Thursday night, like a 6 p.m. show at the lounge, an hour-long show. And I had to do 5 minutes and I just fucking bombed my dick off because it was like a tough, 50 or 60 people on a Thursday night in that room surrounded by like good comics. And I just ate it. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, I didn't even invoice. Yeah, right. I was like, no way, I don't want money for that. It's just like, I don't want that fucking dirty money from that gig. I think everyone's first paid gig is too soon.
Yeah, it's funny. I know there was some side eyes when
Did you get any snark from anyone?
Yeah, I got a bit.
Like you get those backhanded like, oh, good for you.
Yeah, like, legit. There was.
Where have you been gigging elsewhere? Or like you get these weird.
How long have you been doing it for?
Yeah.
Well, there was people that probably haven't been given a paid spot yet over years. Yeah. And I remember going and telling these people, Sarah just asked if I could do a weekend spot, and they were like, great. Yeah. And then just walked away. Yeah, it's so strange. I find it hard, that idea as well. It's like, don't tell people about your wins. Yeah, I subscribe to that now.
But it's like, but you should be able to.
Yeah, I was excited.
But it's like you tell your friends, and your actual friends will be happy for you. Yeah. But otherwise, you don't tell people because they don't.
How do you recover after a bad gig then? Like, do you just brush it off, or you try? Yeah. Yeah. You I feel like you're
at the start
so
you just
seasoned.
bomb. I think you just bomb so much at the start that you get used to it, and then you're like, oh. And now I'm at the stage where it depends. Actually, it depends if I feel I haven't prepared properly. Yeah. Like, if I've had a bad gig and it's because I've been lazy, like maybe my set, I didn't work my set out properly. I didn't look at the room and adjust. Yeah. Then I'm probably just annoyed at myself. Yeah. And I'll look at that. But sometimes you just bomb. Sometimes you just go up there and bomb, and you're like, oh, I'll try my best. Yeah, But
do you feel like you have
sometimes I just bomb, and like, what are you fucking gonna do? You can't, like, you don't want to bomb. No one wants to bomb.
Do you feel like you have to tell the crowd, I swear I'm good. I swear, I promise. Generally, crowds think I'm good.
You know what's funny is the amount of times when you have a bad set and then people come up to you and are like, oh, you were good.
Yeah, I thought you were good.
Yeah, so it's. Yeah. I think they can tell too if you're comfortable and confident, even if the set doesn't work well. You can spot like a couple of months in open micer bombing compared to someone who's 5 years in bombing compared to someone 10, and then you see someone who's like 20 years in having a bad set, and you can see that it's just nothing. Yeah. Like they're just and they just end up talking and fucking about, and it doesn't hurt them, and the audience can feel that even though it's not going great. Yeah,
but that's what I love about comedy is that we're all a couple of years in. 20 years in, whatever. Like, I just shared the story of Mark Norman's, and he was on his podcast talking Tuesdays with Stories. Yep. And he was talking about his, he just released this hour special, and he's like, I'm back starting a new hour now. And he's like, and I stink. He's like, I'm the worst. He's such a self-deprecating business where you're like, I'm so crap. Like, but then let's say one out of every 5 gig, let's say for one good gig is like a crush. and the others are like not bombs but just fine, that one crush carries you through to the next 5.
Well, dude, they like when you get to that level of those pros, like that gets scary again.
Yeah,
because he's turning up into like New York comedy clubs where he's surrounded by either other murderers, or he's surrounded by up and comers who are doing their best shit. Like he's following people who are 8 years in who are like ripping. They're gigging 10, 15 times a week, and he's trying brand new shit. And people are like, oh, it's Mark Norman, and he's going up there with a notebook and bombing. And I think that is like to get out of your own head and go, I have to do this, when it'd be so easy to go, I'm going to sneak in a good joke to close on him, rather than like, no.
How often do you write? I don't want to get into your writing process really, but...
well, because I try to post on social media every day, pretty much every day.
Yeah, cool.
Because I'm forcing, like I have to. So that kind of naturally, I just naturally end up writing every day. Yeah. But I don't, depends what I consider writing. I'm in the car so much that oftentimes writing is just like turning the music off. And just
thinking.
Rewording things, thinking about stuff. But the fact that's helped me so much, the fact that I write every day. Yeah. Like I post every day, so I have to have ideas. Yeah. I don't have I don't have a choice. Yeah.
And dude, some of your views are in like 500,000 views on some ones.
It doesn't make sense. It's crazy, dude.
It's like, again, some of them are 1,000, some of them are 500,000.
And then you get ones that are like millions. Yeah, ones are 2 million, 3 million.
Oh,
like it's fucking obscene. It's crazy. Like the internet, it doesn't make sense to me sometimes. Yeah. I was talking to a guy at work the other day about it, and he looked at one of my videos. He's like, "This video has 100,000 shares." And I just kind of, you get to the stage where you skate over it. Yeah. And then I was like, yeah. And he goes, that's the MCG.
Yeah, you start to think.
And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. He's like, those people sent that to someone else who then looked at it. Like and I was like, oh, this, and it made me feel like strange.
That means
like
200,000 people probably saw
it. Yeah. It's such a weird, like it's such a compliment. Yeah. And I don't think I realize that. Like even if I have a video that gets like 2 shares, it's still like, unless there might be haters, there might be 2 people sharing it. Look at this cunt. But even if a video gets like it's like someone is still seeing a video of me and going, hey, you should look at this too. I think you would be interested in this, because I'll send videos to my wife and be like, hey, look at this video. Yeah. The idea that people are doing that. Like I was at a birthday party, one of my mates, his little girl, and someone there like recognized me. Yeah. And she was like, oh, I've been sending your videos to my friends with kids. And I was like, oh, wow. Yeah. Like you're a real person. Yeah. Like it's strange to be like, oh, you exist. Like you're not just some random person on the internet. Like I'm seeing you, and you're like, it's fucking strange. It's so weird.
Distance yourself from the audience, whether it's audience at the lounge or the audience on social media. There's a distance. But to know that to see the numbers and see the reach is bizarre, because you can hear a room full of people laugh and you write this stuff. You can think of a thought and put it out on Facebook, but then to know that there's like, to actually put like the MCG, whatever, to actually put like a physical sort of representation of how many people are looking at your stuff. Yep. Yeah. And so you must I would have thought you get recognized a lot. School pickup and drop offs must be, how you going?
At school, at my kids' school, they all know that I do it and they talk to me about it, but I've run like comedy nights and stuff through the school. So I've already in the school, I'm already kind of known as the guy who does like comedy. So that's not uncomfortable for me, because it's already a thing, because they know me, because there's been posters up and shit like that. But it is strange. I don't think people would bring it up. I think that's the other thing. Yeah. There probably are people that I know, but they don't. Yeah. They're not going to bring it up because it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is strange, and we're all pretty cool. You know what I mean? With celebrity, I think when with celebrities are here, I feel like Australians, maybe just West Australians.
Don't use that term. That's weird.
What?
Don't use celebrity. Celebrity's not. Yeah.
No, I mean in general, like a celebrity. It's always something in the news. Right?
You leave them be.
Yeah, people like let them know. There's fucking Schwarzenegger's in town. That's fucking awesome. All right, leave them alone.
Yeah, but it is strange when you start looking at the numbers of like people who followed you and comments and stuff like that. Yeah. I feel like as well, I'm lucky that I don't take it too seriously or personally. Yeah. Like now that I've posted, and it's like the volume of gigs you do, you get used to bombing. Yeah. Is that I've done it for like, I think nearly a year and a half now. I've posted every day, and you get to the stage where I'm just like, It is annoying when sometimes I'll post something and be like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And it just eats a bag of dicks. Gets nothing. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Just
I know nothing. Like all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm dumb. I thought I understood this, but I don't. I clearly don't.
Well,
but it's just repetition.
It's consistency, which you're really good at, man. It's and also you do seem like you're quite excited to have this share this thought, you know. And do your kids know that you talk about them?
Yes.
Yeah. And how are they with that?
They know. They're fine. And I think what's going to be weird that I'm probably a little bit worried about is when my daughter gets to high school.
Right. Yeah.
And all of a sudden, because like the last couple of months, my growth, like the growth on social media has been pretty quick on all the platforms. And then, so it's, hopefully it keeps growing the same way. But then I think about it, like her friends will cotton on to who I am. And it's going to be a weird thing for her, I think, for her friends to be like, look what your dad's saying. And here's a video of him talking about eating your mum's pussy. Like, you know what I mean? Because my videos aren't mild. And it's like, that's where it's going to get strange.
Yeah.
Where it's like, yeah, your dad's talking about eating it from the bag.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, it's that, I think that's where it's going to get odd for me, is her coming home being like, what the fuck? Like her coming home
with your
and,
friends. Hi,
or
Mr.
her coming
Griffiths.
home and like showing me her phone and being like, are you fucking serious? Of all things you could say today, like,
also you're like the hot dad as well. Like you'd be like the young hot comedian celebrity.
It's gonna be. It's weird.
Yeah,
that is the one thing that I think I would hate for it to like cause anything uncomfortable for my kids, but I think it will.
Well, my
like just naturally, I don't think they will escape that. Like
No.
they will 100% have kids that like show them the videos.
Yeah. If you prepare them now, I feel like it'll be fine. My son's done acting.
Yeah.
Right. So he's got, if you Google his name, his headshots come up and stuff. Right. Which is cool. His friends at his old primary school are now at his new high school, and he hears them talking about him. He's a model or something, and he's like, what the fuck? He's like, no, I'm not a model. I'm just like, that's like a headshot. It's like for acting. And then so they've Googled it. Googled him and they found, oh, he's cute.
He comes up on Google.
Yeah. He comes up. You can Google, and then his friends have said to me, I Googled you the other day and your picture comes up. I'm like, well, yeah. It's minimal, but you know.
Yeah, but it is, the internet's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so strange and creepy. I always have people as well that comment, like the amount of comments I get on my videos being like, why aren't your kids in any of your videos? And I'm like, because I love them.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are fucking psychos. Like, I'm not putting my kids on the internet. You see the amount of like Instagram and YouTube families, you know, those ones that are like Instagram families, the amount of fan pages that are made about the kids. Yeah. It'll be like, Jack from the fucking this family, and they're like fan page for such and such, and it's just pictures of this kid that is in a thing. And it's like, that's so creepy, because those fan pages are run by adults who are like obsessed with this kid. Yeah. And then they get like, oh, it's yuck to. So I'm like, my kids can stay off the internet. Yeah, my son, has your daughter got a phone? No.
Are you getting her a phone for high school?
Yes. And that's a weird one. More so just for safety.
That's what we got him one for.
Yeah, and like catching the bus and like, you know, being out, but it's going to be, I'm not going to like it.
No, I haven't even put the like security stuff on there yet. And he does, my kid is just when people kiss on TV shows, he turns away. My
daughter's so like rules.
Yeah.
Like she's so scared of like breaking the rules and stuff like that.
He just doesn't want to know anything about anything that's too adult.
She's like if they get iPad time, it's like you've got the iPad for an hour. She's like opens the timer and sets an hour.
Oh, that's cool.
And like this, so I'm not concerned about her, but my boy is he does not give a fuck. He will, like when he gets to stage of high school, it's gonna be annoying. Yeah. He will be the one that's.
Do you think he's gonna be
sneaking off with like he's the one now that he'll like go into his room and he's under the covers with the Nintendo Switch. Like already he's just dragged it in there and he's hidden in there. So
my kid, when I try and get him off YouTube, because sometimes he'll just doom scroll on like YouTube Reels on the TV. I'm like, dude, can you please not watch Reels on YouTube?
Such brain damage.
Then he'll swap over to YouTube, just like videos, you know. And then I'm like, can you get off YouTube altogether? And then he goes into Netflix, and then he's like,
same shit.
But he's watching Netflix. The things he's not allowed to watch, he'll watch. You can hover over the thing and it'll show you the trailer for it. And he'll watch the same trailer or the same clip over and over again. Can you watch an actual episode of something or just turn the TV off?
We find episodes even then are bad. Like I try to just get movies into the kids as much as possible
too,
because the pacing's different.
My kid again because I'm loving this phase because he's into old shit.
That's cool.
And he's like, I'm a big bit of a sci-fi nerd, like a huge fan of Doctor Who. So he's just started watching Doctor Who, which came out in like 2005 or 6.
Unreal. Yeah.
And he's
to be able to relive something with your kids.
Yeah.
My daughter had her birthday a couple of weekends ago. And because I've got all the comedy equipment and I've got a projector from when I run the room during Fringe.
Yeah, cool.
I set up like a projector in our lounge room, cleared all the couches, and her friends came over and had like a movie night with the comedy sound system and everything. So it was cool. And it's still up. It's still up in the lounge room. The house is in this weird state of like half because it's still up. But my boy and I rewatched the Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh, yeah, my son hasn't watched those yet. I want to.
Oh, dude. And again, a lot of people are like, he's too young to watch that. It's got violence and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm sitting there watching it with him.
Yeah.
And he knows that it's make believe because he will regularly be like, how did they do that?
Yeah.
Like, because I think if you make him clear that it's not real, it's like these fucking orcs don't exist.
Yeah, well, I used to show my son behind the scenes footage of things to show him that, like, how they film. Especially if I think he's going to think it's too scary, I show him behind the scenes bloopers and stuff, and then he doesn't care at all.
Yeah.
Now he's watched like Squid Games, and he watches some pretty insane stuff.
Yeah.
And there was another show that he wanted to watch. It was Alice in Borderlands. Never heard of it, never seen it, but it's like some kind of like Squid Game type show. Yeah,
but being able to watch those movies because they're like my comfort movies. If I get sick, they're the movies I'll watch. Yeah. Like if I'm laying in bed and I just need something on the TV. So being able to watch them with him and him like love them is just the fucking best.
I do want to show him
so good.
Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially I could just show him Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade and be happy because that's a standalone.
Has he done Star Wars?
He's done Star Wars. Yes. He hasn't done. I think he's watched all of them. Not all of them, nah. I don't think he's seen because we did like Disney World. Yeah. So I wanted him to see.
But he did like the original trilogy.
He did the original trilogy and then the new ones. Yeah. The new ones, the Hayden Christensen ones. Yeah. And then I think he might have watched one of the new ones.
See, I love the Hayden Christensen ones.
Oh, me too. I thought
because I was a kid then.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think
for me because I'm 92 and I think the first one came out. Phantom Menace was like 2000, 99 or 2000.
Yeah,
so
I
for
was in
me,
high school.
And it's a kids movie.
Yeah.
Like Phantom Menace is essentially a kids movie, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah,
like that's a movie I could rewatch.
Do you
anytime
see a movie and you love it, and then the reviews come out and it's terrible, and you're like,
I'm such a victim to reviews.
Yeah, like if I don't like it.
I know, but like Lauren want to watch a movie and she'll go through it and she'll be like, "What about this?" And I'm like straight on IMDb. I'm like, "It's a 5.4."
Yeah, it's not.
I'm not watching that movie, and then. Sometimes we'll just watch a movie and then after the fact we'll look at the reviews and be like, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It's got bad reviews. Am I dumb? Because I think people who review movies watch them as critics.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm just like, explosions. I was talking to Chris Pacillo and he said that I was talking to him about a movie and I can't remember what the term is in there's like a South African term they use for that style of movie and it's just called punching. It translates to punching, kicking and explosions. And I was like, yeah,
sounds good.
That is exactly that is the most clear definition of all I want for movies. Like John Wick, done. I'm sorted. Like I'm happy.
If they had that on the John Wick poster, just punching, kicking, explosions, you'd be.
If there was a movie just called Punching, Kicking and Explosions, I'm watching that movie. Like if it's literally just that, it's just someone fighting. Like because the John Wick movies are just. Oh, there's a bad guy he hates, and there's 4,000 dudes in the way.
Do you have separate algorithms on Netflix for your wife and you?
No.
Like separate pages?
No.
Because mine is all like, you're going to love this nostalgia stuff from the 90s, and hers is like, you're going to love this Hallmark shit that...
Oh, no, we don't. We've just got the one, adult one, and then there's the kids one.
But I don't know if you're the same, but when my wife tries to choose a movie, she's like, what's this? And for some reason... I'm a movie buff as well, you know. I mean, so if it's not in my orbit and I haven't heard about it, and there's no famous director, you know, I'm like, this is going to be crap. And
I find it really just hard to choose. Like
yeah,
I'll just go for 45 minutes trying to choose a movie, and then we'll end up rewatching Parks and Rec.
Yeah, dude.
Well, like I just
started watching 30 Rock again.
Oh, that's what I would. We'll literally go through, and then I want to be like The Office. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool.
But my wife doesn't like to rewatch. So I'm
Oh,
I
she's a psycho.
yeah, I'm like comic book nerd as well. So I used to watch Smallville when I was a kid.
Yep.
And so we're rewatching that. I tried to get my son to watch it with me, and he gave up. And my wife took over, and she's been watching it with me. But she doesn't like to rewatch. I love to rewatch.
Smallville
things.
was good for like 2 seasons though.
I don't know.
And then
yeah.
it was shit.
And it went 10 seasons is too long for any show, except for
It went to 10
10
seasons.
seasons. So he become. I'm like, this cat should be Superman now, right? They just prolonged it as much as possible.
So 10 seasons, and he's still just.
He wasn't. He never became. He became Superman in the last episode. He refused to wear the suit.
But wouldn't he have been old?
Yeah, dude. He was.
He was like
but,
30.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, I just said this to my wife. Is there was 4 seasons of Smallville of him in high school. That means 4 years of him being in high school. So when the show started, he was technically meant to be 14.
But I guess they don't run it as years though.
No, but I think this was like a year.
They actually ran it
actually
as
was
years.
a yearly thing because he was like, we did.
There was a Christmas episode every.
Yeah, legit. So this guy is 26, playing 14 years old. The guy's 6'5", 5 o'clock shadow.
Jacked.
And he's playing huge, and he's playing 4, and he's meant to be 14. He goes through 4 years of high school and then graduates, and then he's all of a sudden.
I didn't know
he
it went to
looks-
10 seasons. That's ridiculous.
It's crazy. Did you watch It's Always Sunny?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Most underrated comedy show, and it's gone for like, 17 seasons?
It's
now?
insane.
It's so good.
It's insane. There's some of those episodes are so fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
And like they've got they've got so many like cult moments. Like the implication. Is just like
dude.
now it's just an internet known.
Yeah,
like that's
yeah.
the implication. Like recently there was a pilot who proposed to his wife mid-flight, and all the comments underneath were just the implication. Like it's just,
Or even
it's
if
just
you
perfect.
If you haven't seen the show, there's like you can search GIFs on your phone, and like there's ones where like Danny DeVito's climbing naked out of a couch.
Oh,
Dude, so
amazing.
funny and out of context because for some reason it's a show that a lot of people have never heard of before
Or hate.
or hate. Yeah, it's brilliant.
My missus can't watch it because of all the screaming, all the yelling.
Yeah, they just yell at each
They
other.
just yell at each other
But
the
that's
whole
the
time,
whole
and
thing.
she just does not
Yeah.
like all the yelling. But like the Dayman episode,
Oh, dude, brilliant! Right, I was watching their podcast. Sadly, they finished it up, but I was watching their podcast, their rewatch podcast, where
yeah,
the 3 guys would get together and just dissect the episode.
Yeah.
And knowing that they created the show themselves, they produce it,
yeah.
they write it.
Same as Workaholics was the same.
Yeah, those same guys.
They did the same. That's a crazy concept
Yeah,
of doing that.
I've been thinking about doing sketches again
Yeah,
because there's another 100 comedians that were like every comedian wants to be an actor, so
just do it.
I'll do something again. But the problem is the ones that I did, I'll have to show you them. They were just way too long. They were like 5 to 7 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
I had a long intro, like it was a TV series, instead of just that 30-second, 1 minute reel thing.
Yep.
It was filmed.
Context immediately.
Yeah, it was just too ambitious. I was trying to do the final product, the final destination, which is a TV show. Yeah. Like a sketch comedy show like Key and Peele.
Yeah. It's
And
so
it just-
funny how with that social media, like at the moment, one of the big things that's going on is just being an unlikable character is a sketch. Like you have the meeting that LA actor, and it's just some guy talking to you, talking to the camera as if he's having a conversation with you, but he's just an arrogant fuck. Or like that one influencer girl, and it's like this weird. The sketches now are kind of just watching someone that you don't like.
Yeah,
like that's
pretty
a
much.
really popular trend. Is
I mean, the internet's a horrible place. They've got this whole thing about it where the internet used to feel when it came out, sound like I'm 135 years old. But when it came out, it felt like the internet was somewhere you could actually go. You go online. I'm going on the internet, Mum. I'm going on, and then you'd log off. Now it feels like you're trapped inside the internet 24 hours a day, and it's just mindless.
Well, it's like we're like cyborgs now.
Yeah, that's
with
it.
our phones. It's like we live, like we're part computer.
I'm not going to say I'm trying not to because I haven't really tried, but.
Yeah,
I get on my
was
phone.
trying not to. I'm giving in now.
Yeah, I immediately. Both my eyes aren't even open first thing in the morning, and I'm looking at a guy deep cleaning a muddy carpet.
And isn't it so good?
It's
People
fucking
are always
awesome.
like the effects of it on your brain and everything, but I'm like, I love this shit. I fucking love it. Right before I go to sleep, watching explosions and fucking.
I watched The Boys last night just before I fell asleep.
Yeah, the boys lost me.
Oh really?
Yeah, lost me. Whatever the season was where it started, where he like. Someone climbed into someone else's dick and then exploded out of it. I was like, this is just, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's lost me. It's absolutely lost me now.
Sneezed, by the way.
Was that when he sneezed? And I was just like, and I was watching it with Lauren, and we were just both kind of like, yeah, this is gonna get out of hand.
Yeah.
And it just lost. I don't know. I just stopped.
Yeah, I just wanted to finish it because
Is it finished?
This is the last season now,
Oh,
and I
okay.
just didn't want it to be spoiled. You know, same with Breaking Bad. Like that ended. It was like 5 seasons,
Amazing.
and it ended perfectly.
Yep.
Brilliant story. Like, but things that last too long, and there's just
5 seasons is beautiful.
Yeah, that's perfect. Or even like 3 to 5 is perfect. If anything lasts 3 seasons, I'll give it a watch. But if it cancels before then, I'm good. You know, like they try and reboot shit like the 90s show they tried to redo. I'm like, just give it up. This guy, it feels like a Disney
also,
show now.
that 70s show wasn't that good.
I enjoyed it, but then it
Again,
died.
enjoyed it, but it wasn't great.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like one of those, like, did you like it because you liked it or because it was just on?
Yeah.
Like,
That-
there
and
weren't that many. It was on at the right time slot
Yeah.
for us to watch it. It wasn't a great show.
It was like, yeah, well, Simpsons is on it.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah,
That show's not good.
it's terrible.
But we all watched it. I watched a lot of Big Bang Theory. And then after the fact now, I look at it, I'm like, why? Because there was nothing else on. It was like
Yeah,
at 7:30 at night or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd sit with mum and dad and watch
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory because it was
Yeah.
on telly.
We did this. It would be like Seinfeld, Simpsons.
Yeah.
And there was the same episode.
And then there
of
was like
Seinfeld.
2.5 Men.
Yeah.
Like, and
all
then
those-
How I Met Your Mother went through a period of being
Yeah.
big.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
like
Friends constantly.
Friends was,
Yeah.
I rate Friends.
But that's
I went
me
back and
too.
rewatched Friends. Friends holds up.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was a big fan of Jennifer Aniston. Remember the desk trays at school?
Oh.
I had a poster of Jennifer Aniston like from a TV guide.
Wow.
Cleavage, you know, looking
Yep.
all sultry. Had that taped to the inside of my desk, and I'd be like, boys, check this. I was like 12 years old.
Cool kid.
And I was like, look at this. And then the teacher comes over because all the boys are crowded around my desk.
Okay.
She snaps the lid off and holds it up to the class. And this is what Jared's looking
And
at,
you're like-
everyone. I'm like, she wants me, miss.
But Friends holds up. People
Yeah.
talk shit about Friends. Friends holds up.
Yeah, it's fine. I
Yeah.
love it. It's
A lot of
great.
people hate on Friends, but there's a reason that show is so popular.
I only hate on Ross near the end. They made Ross become so...
I don't think Ross was ever likable though.
Nah, he wasn't likable.
He was
but,
never likable.
But they all rate him as like the best... The other actors on that show rate him as the best actor on the show. They're like, who's the best actor? Oh, definitely David Schwimmer.
But I guess it was because he was doing what was written.
Yeah.
They were like become a bit of a piece of shit, and he just had
Yeah.
to like that must be the worst part about being on a show as an
Yeah.
actor is like
Yeah.
eventually they're going to write your character in a way that is shit. Like Andy in The Office.
Yeah.
The last couple of seasons of The Office, Andy just
he became
his whole personality changed,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
became like they just killed his character.
Yeah. Well, they wanted him to cheat on Pam, and
Yeah.
the actor refused.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
was
he was
like, no, that's insane.
It's
Like,
that's lunacy.
it's unforgivable.
I almost can't watch the episodes where they're having marriage troubles.
Yeah,
because it's so unrealistic to their characters.
yeah.
It's like it's not.
It felt like it was drama for the sake of drama.
Well, Jim went from being the like most thoughtful husband ever
Yeah.
to just being a cunt for 3 months, and then all of a sudden he's like, "I'm back and I'm nice again."
My jacket's off and the ties
Yeah, it's like
loose.
what the
Yeah.
fuck? It's like you literally just became a sack of shit, and then all of a sudden
Yeah.
you realized.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right. So let's go rapid fire questions.
Rapid fire questions.
That was the
Oh no, yeah, sick, yeah.
the graphic.
I was like, "What are you looking at?" Yeah.
All right, rapid fire questions. It's like dad friendly, right? It's dad specific,
Yep.
or family specific. What's the most ridiculous thing you've told your kids off for?
I think it's when it's the amount of times you tell them off for shit that you shouldn't just because you're tired. Like the amount of times that I'll be like, "Don't run," just because I'm in a bad mood. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I get you.
you find yourself like, or you'd be like going for a walk out in nature, and your
Yeah.
kid stops to look at a flower, and you're like,
Yeah.
"Keep walking,
Yeah.
don't stop." It's like, "Oh wait, but this is why we're here."
Yeah.
I think that's the most ridiculous thing is when you
Yeah.
catch yourself being like, "Oh, why am I saying no?"
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just like we're out having fun, and they're trying to have fun, and I'm like, "Don't."
But even my son, like I showed him this clip of South Park where one of the boys are arguing about sitting backwards. Butters are talking about sitting backwards on a toilet.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Because you got the shelf here for your comic book and your chocolate milk." He's like, "So I sit this way." And my son thought it was hilarious. And he started doing that. And I was like, dude, it doesn't affect my life at all. But I'm like, don't sit backwards on the toilet. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What am I getting upset
Doing
about?
kanga craps. He's doing kanga craps, yeah.
Least favorite kids show?
Least favorite kids show. that my kids watch.
Yeah, that your kids will watch relentlessly.
Oh, it's Wizards of Waverly Place.
Oh, right. That's an old... Oh, is that they've rebooted
But it's like
that.
it's on their...
Yeah.
No, but it's not rebooted. It's like on Disney or whatever.
Right.
And it's just hard to watch
Yeah.
because they all... It's just such bad acting.
Yeah.
And they're all over the top. My kids love it.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem. You're like, you guys are dumb. Like watching your kids just be stupid. And when you know that you were the same, I think that's what it is. As I watch, I'm like, why are you enjoying this? It's so crap.
Or even to expand it, just any YouTube thing where there's people are fucking screaming all the time on YouTube.
Yeah.
I can't stand it.
Yeah.
Like remember Ryan's World?
Oh.
Dude, I hated that kid.
All of it. Or any Mr. Beast.
Yeah,
it's
dude,
unwatchable.
But everyone's copying Mr. Beast's cadence and everything. So they were like, today I spent... This is high...
Because he's a billionaire.
Yeah. Today we put $50 million in a suitcase in a jungle and it's your job to find it. But they have this annoying pitch that they speak at. Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah. Today we're going to fuck a 50-cent hooker, a $1 hooker, and a $1,000 hooker.
Mom?
Yeah. On a 50-cent boat and a $1 million boat. And it's just, like he's just going to get more and more extreme.
Yeah, dude, yeah. I don't even know if his net worth is that much because he just pours all his revenue back into the next video.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that liquid, whatever the fuck that means. Oh no, I opened up chess by accident. Yeah, that's opening up chess.
Rapid fire chess.
Rapid fire. What about your like guilty pleasure kid show? The one that you're like, I'll sit down and watch an episode of this kid show with them.
Guilty pleasure kids show. It's more just so when I've dragged them in to watch shit that I want to watch. Like I got them to rewatch. I'd rewatch with them, like watching Pokemon.
Yeah,
like nostalgia from my childhood. Yeah. They didn't watch Yu-Gi-Oh. They just wouldn't. They just wouldn't get into Yu-Gi-Oh. And I was like, but Beyblade. They didn't get into Beyblade either. Yeah. I tried the ones that like I watched as a kid, but I don't really have one that I enjoy.
Like Bluey? I know a lot of
Bluey's good. I don't know if that's a guilty pleasure. I think that's just like that's not guilty. That's just yeah. You could just watch Bluey and be like, oh, there's a couple of episodes of Bluey that are like masterpieces.
I thought about this bit about I want to see an episode of Bluey where it's just an actual Aussie dad though. Because that dad is so good. Yeah. I want to see an episode of
people
Bluey.
On my video, the amount of my videos about swearing are like commenting, being like, "Are you Bluey's dad? Is this Bluey's dad? Is this like Bluey's dad gone wrong?" And stuff like that. Like that's a common.
But I want to see
because Americans just view any Aussie parent as a Bluey parent.
Yeah.
Because Bluey's in America now, which I don't like.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
They shouldn't be allowed
because
to watch
there's so many not hidden, but there's so many Australian references, the thing that I just don't get.
Yeah.
But like, I just want to see an episode where Bluey's dad comes home and he's like, Dad, play a game with us. He's like, I just walked in the fucking door.
Yeah.
All right, give me 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
I just want to see an episode like that where he's just an actual Aussie dad.
Yeah, like yelling at someone like that cut him off on the road or something like that. Like Bluey's, yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather chat to other parents at school, pick up, or hide in your car? Which one do you do? No, would you rather?
I will chat to parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a pretty personable
I'll
guy.
chat to parents. I don't mind chatting. It kind of depends.
Yeah.
But I'll chat.
Yeah, me too. I've got
my missus is like in and out. Like avoid talking to anyone. She's like,
I would sleep in the car, bro. I'm so I set an alarm and sleep in the car.
Such a musician.
Yeah.
I feel like this is where I'm meant to live, in this car.
I'll put the seat back, and then my wife would get messages from like other school parents going, "Is Jared asleep in his car right now?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "Probably." He sets an alarm.
Yep.
Would you rather, with kids, dealing with vomit or shit? What do you prefer?
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
Wiping an ass is easy.
More so because it's very rare for shit to be so spread out.
Yeah. And
like it depends. If they shit like they vomited, then probably vomit.
Yeah.
Like if they would just, because like you know how kids will just walk in sometimes and be like, I don't feel good, and then just blast vomit. Yeah. If they did that with shit, like then I'd probably choose. But no, vomit because it's just so like voluminous.
Yeah. And also this, I feel like we're all used to the smell of shit. You know,
vomit hits you,
but someone else's vomit hits you so pungent.
But it's even like your own kids' vomit. I think you can deal with, but other kids' vomit is like other people's vomit. Is like no.
Yeah. What quality of yours do you hope your kids don't get?
Probably just like in my younger years, trying to like being a people pleaser, trying to fit in.
Yeah.
Like just
I'm still like that.
I'm getting better at it
Yeah, me
now.
too.
Definitely, now that I'm learning that just not to give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like I think as you figure out how little everyone else actually cares.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's the thing. When you
Yeah.
realize that, like, yeah, if you do something really embarrassing, people are going to make fun of you.
Yeah.
But if you just consistently do something, like, I'm
It's-
sure people, when I started posting regularly online, there would have been a lot of people who were like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah.
These are cringe as fuck.
Yeah.
But now it just kind of, I think I just do that and it just gets skated
Yeah.
over and forgotten. Whereas I could have stopped. Like
Yeah,
one,
yeah, yeah.
one, like at the start, I got lots of bad comments. Like you get lots of people being like, "This is cringe.
Who's this guy think he is?
This is lame. Like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not." They'd always say like, "You're not this guy."
Yeah,
like there'd be
yeah.
someone else who like would make a video in their car
Yeah.
talking. They're like, "You're not. Stop trying to be like X." And I
Yeah.
could have been like, "Oh yeah, I'll stop."
Yeah, good point. Right, that's all right. Yeah, but not giving a fuck is such a. I wish. That
Yeah,
like,
but I'm not there.
Yeah,
I'm not there, but I'm there with one part.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm there now with the videos that I post. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I can do that there.
Yeah, you
I
grasp it though. You grasp the ideology of like no one gives a fuck about you, right?
Yeah.
And not caring.
Yeah.
But I wish that, and it's such a negative thing. I've said this before, but it sounds like a negative thing on paper.
Yeah.
When you say, no one cares about you, right? It sounds negative, but it's actually quite freeing. And I wish like 17-year-old me knew that no one cares as much. No one's going home thinking about you putting yourself out there.
Yeah. I also think you should tell your kids that they suck at things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's a bad thing to be like, oh yeah, you're shit at this.
Yeah.
That's a part of it.
Yeah. Or you can get better at this.
Like I regularly tell myself that about comedy. Is like if I
Yeah.
have a bad gig, I'm like, oh yeah, it's because I'm bad at this. Like I've only done it. They talk about like it's a minimum of 10 years before you're consistently good. I'm not there yet, so I'm still shit. Like I see many a comic, and I'm like, oh, they're way better than me. At this.
Yeah.
So I like it's okay to suck.
Yeah.
Like tell you like it's you're shit at this. Like there's a
Yeah,
reason you didn't hit that shot in your basketball game is because you're 8 years old and you're
Yeah.
bad at it. Like you're not like you're gonna miss. It's like
Yeah.
when you go and play golf with someone who plays golf 3 times a year and they get angry at a bad shot. It's like, yeah, you suck. You're not a pro golfer. Like, why are you angry? Or like I used to play like casual basketball on like a Wednesday night. And you get
Yeah.
guys who miss a 3 and get angry. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're playing like B grade
Yeah. Yeah.
in Kalamunda. Like
Yeah.
we suck at this.
Yeah.
So why are you angry? We're bad.
Yeah. Which is great, and it's also translates to open mic stuff for me because we're always pretty hard on ourselves back in the green rooms and shit and backstage or whatever. But we're always like I bombed. Everyone hated me, and like that's because we're all like you said. Ted takes 10 years to get
We're shit. We're all shit.
decent.
And we're all like nobodies.
yeah, no one cares.
Like that's the other thing as well. It's like we're all shit and we're all no one.
yeah,
Like it doesn't.
yeah,
None of us, because even when you meet comics who we would consider to be like overly successful, like you
Yeah.
meet like a Mark Normand,
Yeah.
like he came to Perth and did gigs, and a lot of us got to meet him and everything.
yeah,
And even in his sphere, he's not even the pinnacle.
yeah. There's
It's
still
like-
people who don't know.
There's still like above him in fame. There's like
Yeah.
the Louis C.K.,
Yeah.
Kevin Hart,
yeah.
Jerry Seinfeld, like people like that. So, and even for him, he still views it as like, oh yeah, I haven't made it yet.
Yeah,
But we view that level as like, fuck.
yeah.
So we're all just
Who do you get excited to see in Perth? Like if you leave a gig sort of infamously, as you said, straight away to go home with the fam, but who do you hang around for?
I will always watch. Depends if they're doing new gear. That's the thing. I'll always normally stay and watch Wolfie.
Yeah.
If he's doing new gear, definitely, because
Mm.
it's always just a fun experience. Whereas some of them now, I've seen him so many times. Like if John's doing new, John Pinder, if he's
Yeah.
doing new stuff, I'll stay and watch him. But then a lot of like my mates, like if I get to see Tarbo
Yeah, cool.
or Dave Hughes,
Yeah.
or then I'll stay
Yeah,
and watch, just because I like to see, because we all kind of started at the same time.
yeah,
So it's nice to see mainly new gear.
Yeah.
I'm not, we've all seen it. I've seen those guys so many
yeah,
times
yeah.
that it's like, oh, you're doing your normal 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool. Then I'm leaving.
Yeah,
I don't need to watch that
Yeah.
again when I can word for word
Yeah,
do it.
it's great when you can celebrate alongside when because like you said, you're coming in together, coming up together,
Yeah.
and when someone does really well and then you do really well, it's great when it's such a supportive environment. Like when Lockie won the state final Raw, and not one person was like, it should have been me. It was all, yeah, fuck yeah, Lockie hugely deserves that.
Yeah.
The guy works very hard. Like he's got every gig. He's doing like 6 to 8 gigs. I remember in February, I asked him how many gigs he'd done
During Fringe or whatever.
During Fringe, it had been like just at the beginning of February, he'd done like 100 already.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Because you can grind during
Oh,
Fringe.
yeah, for sure. Which I was not really. I did some gigs with Gareth McKean, opened for him, and that was great.
Yep.
But I didn't really. Same thing, same as you. I'm like, I've got to not prioritize, but I've got to balance.
Fringe is weird too. I've done Fringes where I tried to do every gig that I could possibly do.
Yeah.
And then you get into a window like where I'm at Fringe, where I'm not really doing the open mic style stuff at Fringe, but I'm not at the level of a lot of the interstate comics that are in town. So sometimes, unless I've got to run my own stuff during Fringe, if I want to be doing good gigs, because I'm kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Where like we're kind of in that weird window where we don't really fit. You've either got to be at the top or not at the bottom, but you've either got to be at the top or you've got to be like willing to do all the unpaid stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kind of reached the stage where I'm now like, I'm not driving into Northbridge every night to do unpaid like during Fringe. It's just I've got to balance it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so what's next? Are you doing any more dad stuff? I mean, where's Mum with David Hughes? Any more of that stuff?
I'm pretty much, we don't really have any of that stuff locked in. We probably will do some eventually, but I'm doing more this year. I want to do a lot more of my own shows.
Yeah,
like I've got my own show coming up in Thornley in July, and then I've got loads more that I'm like in the process of booking. So just doing solo stuff.
Yeah, cool.
All around now.
Yeah.
So that's the next. It's kind of like the next step that I have to take. It's scary as fuck though.
Yeah, I was talking
to go and do it on your own.
Simone Springer about it the other day. She's a big advocate of just like putting yourself out there and doing your shows.
What Sean's doing is fucking sick.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yep. I mean, I think he's in his head about it because it's like such a lot of shows.
So many.
And
so many shows. Well, what's crazy is he's like, it's almost more pressure that he's got to sell 10 tickets per show.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd think it would be less, but I think it's more somehow because like I've got a show in July and that show is 80 tickets and I've sold 20. But I'm like, so in my mind, it's like if that show gets to 40 tickets, that's a show. Yeah, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Yeah. Whereas he's like every night, he's like, I need 3 people or like 5 people, like in these little. So that's so much pressure to be looking at all these shows to market. Whereas me, it's like I'm marketing one show, and then I'll have maybe 10 shows in the works, and each one has just got to get to like, like a show is like 30 people. Sweet, then we got a show. Yeah. From there on, it's all gravy. Yeah. Like, but. It's going to be cool though.
Yeah, he'll
get tons of sick content out of it.
I think
he'll grow a lot as a comic. Yeah. It'll be like a weird thing. He'll be able to write some cool hopefully he's reaching out to like media places and stuff once it gets rolling about like comedian does 500 shows in so many things, and like Perth Now does a weird because you can kind of write an article yourself and then submit it to them. So I'm sure he'll be doing that stuff.
Get
and
on
that's
like what's that show, The Couch? You know that?
Yeah,
I can get on that.
That sort of shit. I think like that's what you got to do if you're willing to gamble like that, because it's a fucking lot of work.
Yeah, and you're right. And I know there's some sort of unofficial record about him doing this many shows. Building, but I think it's going to pay off at the end. But I was saying this to him, he was like, "Yeah, so the first one was great, and the next one cancelled because no one turned up." But I was like, "Yeah, I think there is a momentum like with it that will happen, but I also think it's like doing 500 gigs or just doing any gig. It's like sometimes they're great, sometimes they're
I think that I think there will be people who won't go knowing that there's only 10 audience members.
Maybe, yeah.
Like it's a weird. Like I think you'll get people who will resist. Yeah. Going because they'll be like, oh, I don't want to be one of 10. They see it as a strange, but it's also going to be a positive because the people who do come are like they know what they're getting into.
Yeah, that's great.
Rather than going to a gig expecting 100 and then being one of 10, is way worse. Yeah, yeah. You see those gigs where the audience is like uncomfortably looking around the room when the show's starting in a minute, being like, oh, this is it. It's like it's just us. Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, awesome. All right, well, mate, everything's going to die now, so we'll wrap it up there, brother. Thank you so much for joining me, Thanks for having me, dude.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
It was a great chat. I forgot the cameras were rolling, actually, most of the time. It was just a good chat. Yeah. Felt like we just had a cafe talking shop. It was great.
For sure. That was mint.
Dude, love to have you back again. Actually, maybe you and David Hughes come on together next time. So I've been meaning to ask him if he wants to come back on.
Yeah, I'll come do it with Dave, for sure.
Come back on again, so maybe, you two
Definitely.
All right. Thank you for watching. See you next week. Peace.